This is obviously Lord Thaddeus Craig. This one is something I pondered doing. I mentioned it a couple of times on Chasing the Truth when I, call in or whatever. But I decided that this one is important. I asked for feedback a while back. And I definitely have seen that I need to continue doing what I'm doing, obviously. It's not just for whatever reasons, but I do believe it's a calling to an extent. I never really thought about it until recently when something happened to me, I'd say 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, give or take. I'd be lying to know the exact time. But I'm going to tell you what experience that I had, 2 experiences, really, that I had that made me really understand that I'm definitely on the path that I'm supposed to be on, at least for now. The first event happened over at least a couple of years ago, maybe. It was during the transition of my living situation at that time. Bear with me here. Kind of hard to get it from brain to mouth, because it happened a good little bit ago. But anyway, I was getting the treatment I needed because, again, you guys know I do deal with mental illness, and sometimes I have to go and get my head checked. It was voluntary. There was nothing sinister about what I had to have done. I just needed to go in for about a week, and everything was right as rain afterward, for the most part. But I remember this one woman. She definitely had some problems. She was dealing with some serious bipolar issues at the time. But I'm going to tell you this, model material too. The reason I'm bringing this up is how I remember her. She was stunning in her appearance. But anyway, me and a couple of other inmates in the asylum, we all went to a church service. They had it in this place. It was, the pastor would come in, and it was good, very good. And I was telling this woman some of my experiences, and she said, "You know what, Wes? I want you to understand something. You're dealing with the enemy. This is around the same time, if I remember right, or near the same time, that I had my out-of-body experience that damn near killed me, if you get my drift. You can look on another video for that one. It's called It Pulled Me Out of My Body or something like that." So she tells me, "You're being assaulted at that period of time because the enemy does not want you in the future to put your experiences out there or hear what you have to say." That hit home. It really did. I didn't understand, of course. I have had glimpses of the future with this curse. I don't really call it a gift. I call it a curse. I didn't ask for it. But I didn't really see that far. I can't. It's not in God's plan, obviously. So fast forward to current time. I'm doing what I'm doing. Just doing what I'm doing right now. Being the producer for Dogman Cams and other shows and all that good jazz, right? So, during this period of time, this is where we go back to 3 weeks to a month ago, right? Something very weird happened to me. I was riding the bus. I think I had to get groceries or do something. I can't really remember what, but I think it was getting food. And getting some of these. I know that much. I remember that. Anyway. So, I'm sitting, going, through different things on YouTube, just sitting at the bus stop on my phone, right? And this young man and this old woman come up. This woman was, elderly, easily, probably, I want to say in her 60s, 70s, maybe older than that. An older Hispanic lady. She spoke to me in Spanish, and I was like, okay. I guess her grandson of the young man, he was not much more than a child, translated. It was like, "You, mister, are being called to spread the word of God, to preach." Now, to me, preaching is sometimes, it's not always standing on a pulpit. That's not what I do. I don't see myself doing that, going to some theological college or anything, to train for all that or whatever. I don't, seminary, I think is what they call it. I don't see myself doing that. That's just not my calling. I've always been kind of behind the scenes on things. But when this old lady told me this, it hit home, really, because this is the second time I've been told this. And I'm like, what the hell, And so I've been sitting, thinking, ruminating. I asked for some feedback when I was on Chasing the Truth. And so I'm thinking to myself, what exactly is the calling? At least for now, it's simple. The calling is spreading the knowledge you have, your experiences. Now, people can call that selfish, whatever. That ain't my intent. The intention that I have is to let you guys think for yourself, definitely. But I also have a calling to put my information out there, and the things I've learned, and the things I've encountered and experienced. I've never seen a cryptid in my life. And I don't think I want to. I definitely have theories on it, like you guys already know. But this video is about what I was telling you, this calling that I have gotten. And I'm just saying, keep me in your prayers, because believe me, as time goes on, I know I'll find out what's going on with me. But I do believe that I am on the right path. And keep me in your prayers, because believe me, I'm needing them. I've talked with DW about this. Not at length, but I've talked with him. And he's like, well, pray about it. That's what I've been doing. And right now, the only answer I've kind of gotten is just keep doing what you're doing. So, that's what I plan on doing. I figured I would put this out there just to let you guys know that there definitely is a very powerful spiritual force in all of our lives. Call them God, if you're pagan, call it the goddess. It ain't mattering. That's a matter of semantics at this point in time. If you are following the light and you know it, keep doing it. You guys be blessed and you be safe.